Welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak. Last time we found a budding artist and convinced her not to draw on walls anymore. We also stopped a stalker who turned out to be a scorned former girlfriend. So, yeah, I'm kind of ambivalent about how that turned out, but it's kind of par for the course for a Spriggan. She pulled a knife, but our leading man was not very nice person. And now there's nothing left but to go, as far as I know, there's nothing left but to go take care of the main quest. One of the quests start was on the dock behind the red triangle. Had to go to the far side of the wall and walk along it so I wouldn't trigger the main quest. But that's okay. We're doing the main quest now. Zect Arms. You never know it from the outside, but supposedly the place is heavily guarded. Security is part of their business, so we'll have to stay on our toes. You good to go, Judith? Yep, just say the word. Choosing to proceed will cause the main story to advance. I'm ready for the main story to advance. Begin the operation. Alright, gang. Let's get this infiltration mission underway. Huh? What's wrong? You see something? Nah, just some condensation on the camera lens. We'll report it to the chief developer next chance we get. Ah, Grim Cat. Okay, looks like this is the spot. Wow, I didn't expect this floor plan to be so thorough. It even shows where all the air ducts lead. It appears to be a copy from the police's internal investigation, with some additional updated details for good measure. According to this, the security system is being monitored from an office on the 3rd floor. The server room we'll want to access is likely underground, but after all the renovations they've made, the specifics are unclear. So we've got 2 goals here. Knock out their security and scope out a route to the basement. Speed is the name of the game here. Maybe we can give those new functions you mentioned a trial run, Patra. Oh, you mean the ones I installed in Fio? Or is it Theo? Yeah, I bet they'll help get the job done. Same goes for our notorious Phantom Thief here. Fair enough. There's no backing down now that Grammy spurred me on. Zect Arms, 3rd floor hallway.
Okay, let's have a look-see. Figures.
Oh, wow.
This place is locked down tight. Too bad they didn't account for yours truly.
That's odd. I feel so sleepy all of a sudden.
Now to take that security system offline. All clear on my end. How's it going over there, Katra?
Maybe not use each other's names while you're in here?
Making progress. Hang tight for now. The air duct I sent Theo through has more sensors than I anticipated.
Oh
It
no, we're
seems a
gonna do
little
the
cramped in
minivan?
there. Can you manage, Theo?
Theo.
Yes, Gotcha. It should be traversable in auto mode.
Roger that. I'll let you take the wheel then.
I was afraid of this. Okay, use left stick, control Theo. Navigate to the goal without triggering security. R2, oh great. R2 to go up, L2 to go down. I don't like things like this. Up, down, okay. At least they don't have reverse things on me. This is reminding me of the Rosenberg studio in Trails of Reverie. Eek, so close. Am I supposed to go up or down here? I guess I have to go down. Oh no, yeah, it's definitely Trails of Reverie. Oh, bother. I get overly tense about these.
Underground sector confirmed. Infiltration route identified.
That wasn't too bad, but I didn't enjoy doing it. Nice, we've got our in. That we do. Theo managed to secure just enough space for a human to pass through. Great work. I'll rendezvous with you in the basement. See you there. No time to waste. Let's roll out. About that van, there's one more issue. Oh, right. Bit of a tough climb for you, ain't it? So, you want to go piggyback or Princess Carrie? Sure he doesn't want to go either. Very funny. Now make like a stool and get on all fours. With Van and Xerxes' help, Catra was able to reach the duck and get inside. The pair then worked their way along the route Theo mapped, arriving safely below ground. Sector Arms Branch, Underground Sector. Here we are. Looks like some kind of research and manufacturing zone. Yeah, you can tell it's been heavily renovated. We need to watch our step. Seems our automated security systems are still online. Can we just, beat them up? That's as sure a sign as any that we're in the right place. Ah, Judith. Nice work earlier. Did you check the other floors just in case? Hey, stick with Grimcat, remember? Anyway, I did a lap through the air ducts, but none of the rooms up there fit with what we're looking for. In that case, the server room we're after must be somewhere ahead. Almada probably built this place as a hideaway. Chances are Zect Arms is helping themselves to it. Right. And their main terminal should contain a full catalog of this branch's records. Enough twiddling our thumbs, then. It's time to get this show on the road. Okay. Lead the way, Grimcat.
I'll show you all what the Phantom Thief Grimcat is made of.
You sure are fired up about this.
I think she's just terrified of getting an earful from the old Grimcat if she screws this up.
Let's get in there and win one for the team. Okay?
Interesting. Looks like there's
Oh,
an upper, a still lower level we have to go through.
Whew, that hits the spot.
You know what I didn't do? I didn't see what everybody had for accessories. So let's look at that real fast. Oh, you have nothing for accessories. It's crazy when I've got so much stuff. A wallet. That seems like something she would wear, the coquettish scarf. Proverbs of Strife. Accuracy plus 70? What does that make your accuracy? 76%. Yeah, I like that one. Whoops. Actually, did not mean to do that. You don't have anything either. Jeez. Well, I don't really need strength for you, but defense would be nice, and since I'm going to rely on you for healing, that'll be nice too. What do we have? Critical evasion. Your accuracy is terrible. Do we have anything for accuracy? Accuracy plus 60. Someone else is wearing it. Okay. It's 30. Prevents blind. We'll do that. Whoops. Whoops. Goodness. No, I don't need to have people who aren't in this. Okay. Prevents ailments 50%. CP plus 10. Your accuracy is 7%. Jeez Louise. Well, that increases your evasion, so we might as well do that. Oh, somebody else is wearing it. Never mind. Yeah, that doesn't do you any good. Jeez. We just have to go with really crappy accuracy for a heavy hitter here. Okay. That looks like an old school office fan. Well, let's go ahead and tackle it.
Take it down! Take this!
Where's everybody? Gonna hook up with here. There we go.
Pressure him and move in.
Coin bullet.
Action, Dan!
Think fast! Take this! Go, Catra!
Wow, that did very well.
Judith!
Dual arts. Dual arts are arts with 2 elemental affinities. If either art is effective on the target will take damage. Okay. Are you saying she's got dual arts? She's got cosmic thrust. That's what they're saying.
Make it count!
But for something with only 110 points left, I don't think we need
Initiating
that.
skill! There!
You'll be sorry.
Initiating skill! Here's a little more!
I'm not a star for nothing.
Modest too, Judith.
Had to be the star of the show, hey Judith? Looks like some kind of laboratory.
I'm curious about what's inside, but I doubt the main terminal's in there. Marduk's security robots? Wait, no. There's something different about them.
I think these were made by Zect Arms. They look like rip-offs of the Society's archaisms.
In other words, they have zero integrity. But copying those had to have taken some skill.
Giving engagement. Brace yourself. Show them what you're capable of.
I was running in circles, letting myself get hit so they could finish saying what
You
they were
picked them
saying.
wrong. Gotta fight.
Nice going, Van.
Thanks a whole bunch, Theo. Zeros.
Okay, there's a gear over there, so let's do that before we head downstairs.
Engaging enemy.
Show them what you're really capable of. Give them your all.
Have some more.
Nice! That went great.
You did great, Van.
Okay, that door is not open. Let's go this way. Ah. Okay, is there a panel? Don't see a panel. They're not making any particular comments about it. So I guess we have to go some other direction. Right now, the only way to go is down.
And action.
Dodges.
Show them what you're really capable of.
Snooze, you lose. They're down!
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
Van!
Over here! All for you! Go, Ketra!
Activating skill.
Sucker!
Good. Hopefully I got some nice data.
That went well, Katra.
Another door we can't get into. There's a chest over there and 3 monsters.
Watch out for range
Or
attacks.
pseudo-archaisms.
Don't forget about your charge attack.
Take this!
There!
That didn't do
like a
anything.
There!
Good chance to charge.
Distracted by too many things at once. It was not pretty.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
Finish him, Van!
Take that! They're down! Your turn, Judith! Have some more!
Katra, your turn!
Now's your chance to boost. Activating skill.
Have some more!
Now or never!
Sucker!
Finish him, Van!
Use a shard boost to get the upper
Here's a little
hand.
more. That's far enough.
Now's your chance to boost.
Theo, we need help.
I owe you one.
Now or never!
Initiating skill.
Have some more! You'll pay for that.
Activating skill.
Gotcha!
Go, Ketra!
Oh, this
Now's
thing's
your
tougher
chance
than
to
I
boost.
anticipated. I'm actually terrible at strategy for the most part. I
Pressure
just
him
want
and
to
move
hit
it.
things over the head in these games.
Displaying enemy stats.
And that might be the best thing to do.
Going all
He's not
in!
especially weak to anything. Oh, you're paralyzed though, so let's go ahead and...
Initiating drive.
Sucker!
And didn't need to.
I'm not a star for nothing.
Had to be the star of the show. Hey, Judith?
Okay, he said something about chest. The chest is over here. Oh, it's one of these. Again.
Leave it to me. That's a good lock. Now do me a solid and I bypass the security.
Shoot.
I'll be more careful this time. Conducting search.
The biggest problem I have with this is the controls are really sluggish.
Now I've done it. I'm not done yet.
You just wait for it to go by? Yes. Where's that going?
Time's almost up.
So I see.
That's a good lock. Now do me
Ah,
a
not
solid and
quite.
open up.
Need it like 5 more seconds. Try again.
That's a good lock. Now do me a solid. I bypass the security. Conducting search.
Turn! Thank you! Seriously, turn.
This time's almost up. No sweat. I've got control of the system.
So what did we get after all that? Alter aim. Increases healing, arts power, and arts range when boosted. Okay, we're going this way.
Looks like a chest.
Engaging enemy.
Show them what you're really capable of.
Ouch.
One more! It's done! Take this!
Gotcha.
Nice! That went great.
Nice going.
Let's see if we have... Oh, we've got things to clear, so... Gray alignment went up before. Movie brochure. Topics. We earned 100,000 euro? Wow. These tokens, the treasure chest with old robots. Okay.
Van.
Got some extra goodies for all that. Oh, normal chest. Celestial bomb. Humans! Why do we have humans?
Capable of.
We can get the jump if we act now.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
Take him down.
I'm playing on normal difficulty.
Go, Catra!
I have more need for shard boost for life and higher difficulties.
Now or never.
Sucker!
Alright, perfect.
Now or never.
Initiating skill.
What? No way!
I'm not a star for nothing.
A 5-star performance, Judith.
Path's all clear.
Okay. Any place else to go? Can we go in here? We can.
I smell treasure.
Break 2. We can use that, I wonder. Be a
Shifting
good
to
one for
maintenance
him.
mode.
Let's see where I can figure out where to put it. Oh, we have Catra with us. Doesn't that mean we should be able
Modifying
to...
your orbment, are you?
Nope.
Modifying your orbment, are you?
So that's strength plus 6. I think break 2 might be more valuable.
Let's get to work.
Don't forget about your charge attack.
Piston!
You snooze, you lose.
This is the one that I had trouble with because I didn't realize
Use
it
a
had so
sharp
much
boost
health.
to get the upper hand.
Although we've taken quite a bit of health off it already.
Take him out.
Displaying enemy stats.
Right, it doesn't count.
Initiating drive.
Activating drop.
Now's your chance to boost.
Initializing drop.
This!
Finish him, Van. Ha!
Your turn, Judith!
Oh, these figures look excellent.
You kicked some real tail, Catra.
Catra didn't do anything. It went up, so we need to go back up. Only I could get lost in a simple grid place like this. Where are we? We're over here. Let's go back here. Oh, for Pete's sake, come on. Once again, I can't find doors in this game. You're kidding. Why is this door not opening? Seriously? Oh, duh. Okay.
We found our way forward.
Thank goodness. Okay.
I smell treasure.
Lots of Sepith. Nice. Lots of monsters.
Distance as you're attacking.
Looks like the gang's all here.
Beginning engagement. Brace yourself. There are so many of them. Look out. Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
Van!
Think fast! Take this!
Our chance!
Now's your chance to boost. Some arts work better.
Going all in!
Judith! I'll cover you!
You're not getting away.
Ha ha ha! The machine got bewitched. Ha ha! Good job, Judith. That is a pretty cool thing.
My move now.
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
Keep your guard up.
Thinking we don't really need shard boost here.
Give it your all.
Think fast. Take this. You're down. Your turn, Judith.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Got you covered.
Twilight Kick! Hatter, your turn!
Activating skill.
Have some more.
Good. Hopefully I got some nice data.
Personal treasure. That went well, Catra.
Okay, looks like I have all treasure chests available so far. There is a trophy for getting all treasure chests that aren't in the garden, so do want to do that. Can I go through that door? Should I go through that door? Can I go through that door? No, I cannot. Okay. I might as well hit these things while I'm here. Hit that. Okay, good. Quick save.
Point found.
Thank you, I noticed.
Whew, that hits the spot.
Okay, let's see what we can find out. A modern-looking database. At least by Zumeria standards. So, this is the main terminal? Looks awfully extensive. Even more so than I expected. It might just rival the one we had back at the Institute. We need an incredibly talented engineer on staff to get any use out of it, though. Clock's ticking. Ready to do your thing, Katra? I'll get right on it. Theo, Xeris, back me up. Understood. Woof. I'm in. Wait, what's this? Looks like a list of custom-made armaments not found in their official lineup. There's some recent orders here from a certain mafia boss for a needle gun and mechanized gauntlets. I think we can guess who those went to. Yep. Specs weren't just about raising lethality either. These things were developed to be as excruciating for the victim as possible. The results were of exceptional interest and elevated our company's weapons engineering to new heights. You're reading something. I was about to say, wait, what? That's despicable! So what if Almada's the one who asked for it? They definitely crossed a line. Criminal activity is one thing, but this is on a whole nother level. Same applies to their experiments on giving monsters the abilities to use shard skills. We did run into some of those in Oracion. And here's a report from the unit that participated in the death game in Oracion. I knew there had to be more to that. It turns out their true aim was to test data on the nuclear weapon. Wait, they knew about the nuclear weapon? This place was purchased about 2 months ago. They must have been hoping for more information on that front. Wait, did the Oracion and the nuclear weapon in Kree, wasn't that more like 4 or 5 months ago? Timeline in these games can be a little iffy sometimes. Patra is reading. After closing the deal, we inspected every nook and cranny of the interior and scrutinized each speck of dust. What a filthy pack of hyenas. I'll tell you one thing, these guys wouldn't think twice about abducting a kid in broad daylight. Any intel on that front, Katra? Give me a moment to check. I got a hint. Hold on. This is...
Well, what have we here? A couple of prying rodents? And a bona fide cat burglar to boot. Oh, you'll make an excellent specimen. What was it you called yourself again? Grim Cat? I don't know what you're doing with that Spriggan from Edith, but it won't matter after I have you stripped of that skimpy outfit and plastered all over the morning news.
Ugh! What's with this creep?
I'm guessing she's the one who runs this place.
Chief Developer?
Correct.
Rosalie.
I am Rosalie, head of development at Zect Arms. A pleasure to meet you odious little problem solvers in the flesh. You've hampered our efforts more times than I can count. But even still, it's lovely of you to drop in and visit.
Thanks for having us. Best field trip I've taken in a while.
We've already documented the numerous criminal acts and ethical violations committed by your company.
And we'll see to it that you pay the price for them. Better get your affairs in order.
Oh, it seems you're unacquainted with our code of conduct. I suppose we'll just have to beat it into you. Zect Arms Corporate Policy, Paragraph 4. Submit yourself, mind, body, and soul to Madame Rosalie's research. As it happens, we have some new products we're preparing to launch. Your contribution as guinea pigs is greatly appreciated.
Oh my.
Power Trip doesn't even begin to describe this.
Ain't the time to be making quips, Judith. Keep your head in the game.
You just used her first name.
We're more than a match for scum like them. Theo, Zeros, prepare for combat.
There are so many of them! Look out!
Beginning combat test.
We're here to take out the trash.
Finish him, Van!
Give them your all!
Time for the main event. Vandalize Raid!
Boost
Your
speed
turn,
limiter
Judith.
unlocked!
Make it count!
Initiating skill.
You're not getting away!
Forgive me, Chief Developer.
Our chance!
Displaying enemy stats.
No
You'll be
particular
our next
weaknesses.
experiment.
Pressure him and move in!
I'm reading that correctly, and I'm not 100% sure I am. They can be
Going all
delayed,
in.
and they are susceptible to blind. Maybe.
You'll be our next experiment.
Oops, one thing.
Pressure
Impact
him
can
and
go
move in!
again. Let's hope we do that.
Going all in.
Ready to roll!
Initiating skill.
Let's get this show on the road! I hope you're ready. Now for the climax! Grim Knight Wall!
Boost gauge expanded.
No way.
Catcher,
Way.
your turn!
Okay. Good heavens.
Pressure him and move in!
Taking a substantial amount out of that guy.
Activating skill.
Locking on. Fire!
These guys weren't as tough as they looked.
chance!
Maybe I spoke too soon? No, I'm good.
Full boost! Go all out! Get your all!
Over here! All for you! Your turn, Judith!
Ready to roll.
Make it count!
Now I'll go ahead and do Twilight this again.
You're not getting away.
Missed. Ouch.
Our chance! Theo, we need help!
I owe you one.
Van!
Full boost! Go all out!
Make it count!
Delay. Whoops, closer.
Activate skills!
Raging Buster! Your turn, Judith!
Okay, she
Going
should be
all
able just
in.
to whip him with the whip. Take care of it. There we go. These guys looked a lot more scary than they actually were.
How can this be? The numbers were in our favor in every conceivable way. Did I miscalculate our firepower? No. These simpletons are at fault for using my weapons suboptimally.
We weren't about to lose to someone who treats human beings like objects.
What he said. You've got no business playing with people's lives.
Now give it up. You're through.
Well, aren't we pleased with ourselves? Sorry to say, I always come equipped with a backup plan!
What the?
We have a new form of toxic gas in the works. Sadly, there's only enough antidote for one person. And this button here? Oh, a single press and this entire floor will be fumigated. So long, you feculent fools! Have fun writhing in hellish agony.
Excellent. That's not a word that I see used very often.
Theo Interceptor.
Wow. I can get over there faster.
If you're talking about all those hazmats lying around, we already trashed them on the way.
That is to say, they've either been torched or frozen. Anything more would have been a hassle.
I think these are people from the church, is what I think.
They've been what?
Monsters! Ow!
Yep.
Well, that was hardly satisfying. Though I suppose we shouldn't expect much more from mere lackeys.
It can't be. The church? Here?
You know who they are? I guess if you know about the death game in Oracion, you know who they are.
Well, if it ain't our two knights in shining armor, the hell brings them around?
The Gralsritter. They came to Calvert during that mess with Almada last year.
Yep. Celis? Celis? And this guy who's always got a really disturbing smirk on his face.
How do you do, everyone? It's been some time. And a special hello to you, Van. That beastly look-alike of yours nearly had you marked for a manhunt.
I bet.
Nothing gets past you guys. But that ain't what you're here about, is it?
Had you quaking there for a bit, huh, Master's pet? You're right, though. We just had a little errand to take care of in the area. Speaking of which, how's about you give us the lowdown on Almada's legacy?
Oh, yes, we'd like to know that
so
too.
That's what you're after.
It seems we're all on the same page.
So the Gralsritter managed to sniff us out too. Even Ouroboros' enforcers would struggle to keep up with their stigmas. Oh, they're monsters in every sense of the word. They'd be the specimens of the century. If I only had the means to capture them. I hate to resort to this, but I'm in no position to be picky. You might want to brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
Say what?
Oh? Still have some fight in you, do we?
A hidden passageway? I can't believe we let that happen.
Ugh, that Poindexter's one crafty bastard. Get your ass out here, you little shit!
That door looks sturdy as anything. I doubt it'll budge.
Right you are! This beauty is made out of a specially crafted super alloy developed by the Society.
Does the Society know you have their tech?
It'll take a good long while before even you can brute force your way through. By then, I'll have reactivated the security system, deployed our entire arsenal, and...
Well, she may have slipped away this time, but there's more than one way to serve her just desserts.
Shall we clear out their files before heading out? We already have all the copies we need.
Good call. It'd be a disservice to the world just leaving them behind.
Huh? What are you guys yammering on about?
Oh, I see. There's no shortage of incriminating evidence in here. This is particularly inhumane, even in the eyes of the church.
Even in the eyes of the church? Shouldn't that be especially in the eyes of the church? That's a peculiar way to say it.
Just a minute. What are you doing with my servers? Listen here. That research data is the heart and soul of our company. Peruse it at your leisure. All I ask is that you be delicate.
Oh, look at this. Their servers at headquarters are pulling backups from this branch via the OrbitalNet. We may as well delete them too while we're at it.
Didn't realize you were familiar with the Kitty Engine's admin mode, Katra.
Reset gave me a crash course. Ren and Essie offered some pointers during last year's incident, too. The servers at Zekdarm's headquarters will be secure, but I should be able to make do with the same software from way back when. Theo, initiate automated hacking.
Understood, Katra.
Looks like you've got it all taken care of.
Wow, this kid really knows his stuff. I guess if they give you an ARG, you might as well go the whole Selge.
It's not as if our little malefactor will raise a hand to stop you, now that she's cut and run.
Now hold on a moment. Our blood, sweat, and tears went into putting those... all the research we stole, all the back alley lowlives we experimented on. Surely, this is only a bluff, huh? You'd never do something so hasty as...
First firewall bypassed. Commencing hacking on second firewall. Analyzing security protocols. 3%? 6%? 10%?
Let's reroute some additional power from this terminal. Kitty Engine, engage. Take no prisoners.
My hard work. 6 years of my life. All for nothing. Stop. Please. Leave my precious data alone.
Zekdarm's headquarters experienced a major service crash, losing a considerable amount of data in the process. A packet of evidence attesting to their illegal activities was then delivered to both the police and the Bracers Guild. Although Rosalie, their chief developer, managed to escape, the company itself had been dealt a critical blow. All that happened off camera. Your company's dirty little secret. And that went too fast for me to read. Super Z chuckling. Good job, Grimcat. Next day. The following morning. Police got a card from Grimcat, too. Now let's investigate the premises. I'm sorry, but all the doors to the building are locked. None of the staff has shown up either, so I'm afraid my hands are tied. Sneaky bastards. Fine. I'll just get a warrant and force my way in. Boy, you looked almost competent there, didn't you? Well, we finally got the intel we needed to make some headway. You sure you don't mind throwing your lot in with us again? Yeah, it's cool. You guys beat us to the punch anyway. Didn't realize your crew was gunning after the legacy too, though. It's not so much that we want it for ourselves. We're more keen on what it actually is. Right now, it feels like it could be anything. Stash of Mira, drugs, heavy weapons. Frankly, nothing is off the table. That's all the more reason to verify what we're dealing with. It seems we share a general understanding, then. Our goal, in essence, is to assess the situation, determine whether this legacy is an artifact, and, in case it is, recover it. So long as that goal remains unimpeded, whatever you do is of no import to us. No reason we can't join forces, then. At least until we actually find the thing. Artifacts being jacked to us anyway, so, yeah. Scratch our backs, we'll scratch yours. Now that that's settled, let's cut to the chase. I've been sifting through the files from Zect Arm's server, and so far, this is the best lead I've got. Robin Glasgow. Must be a report on Luca's pops. Right. Evidently, they were investigating him in great detail. As for why, well, see for yourself. Robert Glasgow, 43, male. Born to and raised by the impoverished family in Misseldom. Teenage years doing lackey work. Errand boy to a prolific drug server. Joined up with Almada, a newly formed mafia organization, where he was placed in charge of procurement and logistics. Evidence points to Almada's executives maintaining direct contact with Robin after establishing their base of operations. Despite his low rank, Robin avoided the purge that followed the unseating of Almada's original leader. It's believed he has earned a place of trust and is a long-standing veteran within the organization. Robin's family remains unaware of his true occupation, even as his wife is fully convinced that he works as a day laborer. With almost the entirety of Almada's membership exposed, he is presently considered the last of their members still at large. I didn't realize we were dealing with someone so close to the Mafia's core. That explained why Zect Arm is on the hunt for him. It's one of Almada's last dangling threads, and their supply specialist on top of that. If anyone's got the dirt in the legacy, it's this guy. And the quickest way to get it is to smoke him out and grill him. Zect Arms had that same thought, I imagine. There's also another report in here that caught my eye. Our comprehensive analysis have led to something known as the Crimson Fragment, a component that Almada referred to as the final key. Oh no, is that our fake Grendel? From what we can gather, this Crimson Fragment is a part of Almada's legacy, and there is a strong possibility that Robin Glasgow is currently in possession of it. Its moniker suggests that it may be an artifact, but Chief Developer Rosalie seems to have other ideas. The Crimson Fragment, and they called it the final key? If it weren't for this report, I'd think it was made up. Oh yeah, this thing's the real deal. With a name like that, it's got artifact written all over it. The likelihood is high, to be sure. But suppose their hypothesis holds water and this Robin Glasgow truly did make off with it. What are the odds of him sticking around in Misseldom? It's certainly plausible that he fled for good, but at the same time, he has roots here, and concealment seems to be a forte of his. Don't forget Zect Arms, either. They've been skulking in and around town, probing every place they can think of. Maybe he couldn't bear to leave his family behind. Gotta line up with Luca's story. Something about this is nagging at me. Long story short, our next stop is to track this man down. It'll be tricky, though, with how long he's dodged the guild and the police. True as that may be, Zect Arms did keep tabs on the spots they knew he frequented. There must be a safe house or hidden passage somewhere around one of them. They wouldn't have been combing their way through the city otherwise. Nice find, Katra. That'll save us some effort. Park Heights, Messelden Chapel, Stowe and Company, Public Baths, Cinema, North Sea Hotel, Club Barracuda, Lighthouse number 1, Warehouse District by Wharf number 3, whole canals and water courses all passed between any of the above. This is not really narrowing things down, guys. Sheesh, make it longer, why don't they? Sure didn't narrow it down. Yeah, what Van said. Picking these off one by one will take forever and a half. Nothing for it. We're obligated to lend our aid. Oh, but you needed to strain yourself, Silas. Clairvoyance isn't exactly your strong suit, after all. Hey, I can do it no prob when the chips are down. Still, you do have more practice than me, so fine. I'll let you feel that part. You're talking about the power you pulled out during last year's incident, right? Are you sure that'll come in handy here? Well, strictly speaking, its intended use is detecting spiritual presences. However, it should prove sufficient for identifying hidden rooms or passageways. That's one nifty little trick. Sounds similar to a shard search, only on a much broader scale. We can make use of Theo and Xeris' scanners, too. Let's split up and see what we uncover. Since Leon's clairvoyance could cover more ground, he and Celis opted to focus on the larger structures. Not a larger structure? In the meantime, Van and company branched out, inspecting a wide variety of locations with the help of Theo and Zeros. Eventually, we're down to our final candidate. That would be Club Barracuda over in the back streets. Of course it is. Oh yeah, the one that's underground. Funny, I didn't pick up on any hidden routes when I was in there yesterday. Hey, if it was that easy, it wouldn't be hidden. Well, come on. Let's go in there and scope the place out. We may want to ensure we're prepared first, now that our search is nearing a close. Good idea. If something does turn up, we could be in there for a while. Actually, if it's okay with you guys, can we go see how the shoot is coming along? Gotti was running off on another one of his wild tangents yesterday evening. So I want to check if things are going smoothly for Nina and the others. I'm a little curious myself. We did assist with the production in a way. Works for me. Can swing by a bit before heading down to the club.
Oh, look! Snow.
I suppose we're in for a cold front then. Hope it doesn't start to accumulate too much.
I, for one, happen to find the snow to be quite pleasant.
Yeah, I guess it ain't so bad.
Okay. Where's the chute? Is it over here? Oh no! We have 4 SPGs.
What do we have here?
A friend gone missing. Help! It's been forever since we've seen our friend. Meet us at the church and we'll tell you the rest. Tony and Mina. Okay. Looks like there's more. Monster at the Messel Dam branch. At some point during yesterday's chaos, an experiment was released someplace in the Zect Arms branch office basement level, specifically the server room. Clean it up before the police move in. DL. monster extermination quest. Looks like it's in the Zex Arm building, too. Client's initials are DL. Do you think it's... It's gotta be Grammy. Heir to the Phantom Thief name. Keep distracting and your surroundings to a minimum. Basically, she's telling me I wasn't thorough enough. I see. I guess we can sneak our way back in when we get some free time. We really need to sneak our way back in? Ooh, I guess we do. I was hoping we could just fast travel to the depths, but no. Okay. Where's the shoot, I wonder? Oh, check out the filming location. Should probably do the other things first. Chapel, dead ahead. Look both ways before crossing the street. Already been nearly run over by a car several times. Even honked at. We're looking for Tony and Mina that put out a request for us. Is that you two? I'm from Arkwright Solutions. We got your 4 SPG. Whoa, you really showed up. See? I told you it would work. Think it's a cat? Do you mind if we explain our request? Sure, I'm all ears. Okay, well, the thing is, it's a boy. There's this boy who goes to Sunday school with us. His name's Jed, and he can be a little rough around the edges sometimes. He skips schools a bunch, gets in fights with other kids. Definitely sounds like a handful. Yeah, he really is. And no matter how many times the adults yell at him, he never listens. But none of that stuff means he's a bad person, you know? He just has a hard time expressing himself. Anyway, the problem is that Jed's... Well, 3 days ago he stopped coming to school. And we haven't really seen him since. Stopped coming without saying a word to anyone? That's why we think, anyway. I know he's got a lot of stuff going on at home, but his dad hasn't reached out to anyone either. But maybe he really is just skipping school. I don't think so. See, Jed might not like most things, but he does like me and Tony. That's why whenever he skips classes, he'll still come out to play with us. But it's been 3 whole days since we've seen him. There's got to be something wrong. I see. Can't blame you for being worried, honestly. Oh, right. The teachers have also been acting pretty weird today. I think they've been talking about Jed. But whenever we ask what they're talking about, they just say it's grown-up business and that we don't need to worry about it. How could they even say that to us? Jed's their friend. Anyway, that's why we decided to come to you for help. Can you please figure out what's going on with Jed? Look, I get that you really care about this kid, but I'm not so sure this is a job for a Spriggan. You seriously about to turn down a little kid, Arkwright? What a shame. This seemed like a wonderful opportunity to witness a Spriggan in action for once. And Judith is about to hit your back on the back of the head. Come on, Van. I get this probably falls more into the guild's bucket, but I'm worried about their friend, too. Wow, no pressure, right? This really isn't the kind of job I'd normally take, but it sounds like I've had my hands full if I don't. Guess there's nothing to it but to do it. Yes, we will take this quest. Under duress, apparently. Awesome! Thank you so much! We'll start by talking to your Sunday school teachers first. Sounds like they know a thing or two about what's happened to Jed. Yeah, I think they were having a meeting about him earlier. Father Krins and Sister Olga are inside the chapel right now. If you find out anything, let us know as soon as possible. Will do.
Let's get this party started!
Okay, Father's down there. Oh, there's actually green arrows or green triangles there, so I should go there first.
Indeed.
Yes, Katra, we're going. We don't have any proof, Olga. But we can't simply do nothing. I'm going to the police station to file a report. Excuse me, sorry to interrupt, but we were wondering if we could ask you two a few questions. Oh, yes, of course. What seems to be the problem? Well, you see, I'm a Spriggan, and we just got a quote request from a couple of kids that go to Sunday school here. They wanted us to look into where their friend Jed is. They're worried about him. Oh, that must have been Tony and Mina. They ask about him every chance they can get. Surprised they tried to hire a Spriggan, though. I mean, no offense, but you should really let the church handle something like this. And I'm not sure how comfortable I feel sharing information on one of your children with a complete stranger. It's about the reaction I expected, honestly. It's way harder to do this sort of thing in Messeldom than it is in the capital, huh? I mean, practically everyone knows your face back home. I'll vouch for them. They may not look it, but they were actually pretty trustworthy. Although, given Mr. Arkwright's exceptionally dubious character, the reaction is understandable. Don't worry, if he does anything that would offend the goddess, we'll make sure he receives due punishment. You really have it out for me, huh? Those robes. Are you with the Congregation for the Sacraments? Yeah, sorry for barging in on your conversation, but... You were just saying something about filing a report? Why not ask these guys for help first? I'm surprised you place so much trust in them. Personally, I still have my reservations, but... Well, maybe this is Idios's will. So, you'll let us handle it? Yes, we would be happy to have your assistance. First, let me explain. As you know, Jed hasn't been to school in 3 days, despite us trying to keep an eye on him. Having heard nothing from the boy, we made a trip to his house this morning to see what was going on. When we did, however, we were surprised to hear he'd simply never come home in the first place. Sounds like things are worse than we thought, so he's completely missing then. Yes, and yet, Jed's father said he had no intention of notifying the authorities. His response to the matter was simply, I'm sure he'll come back eventually. But after that, he said something to the effect of, he'll be sorry for putting me through all this. Ooh, sounds like he doesn't care at all about his son's safety. Talk about a rough home. Yes, we believe it's possible that Jed's being abused. We've witnessed his father get upset with him on several occasions. He occasionally comes into school with injuries as well. Not the kind you'd expect from fighting with other kids either. However, his father claims they're all Jed's doing. He says he gets them while playing because he's so competitive and quick to get into fights with other children. I know we just agreed to take this on, but maybe it's better if we leave this to the police. You think so too, then? I disagree. Yeah, going to the police is out of the question. For the moment, at least. What are you talking about? That kid could be in serious trouble right now. Look, the cops are going to deal with this one of two ways. Either they send him back to his old man, or they place him in protective custody. Plus, if there's not enough evidence or Jed and his father have conflicting story, the investigation alone will take months. In other words, any potential resolution would be brought to a standstill, and that would only serve to make things worse for Jed. I suppose that's true. That's why you should let us investigate first. I see what you mean. Huh, didn't think you ever thought that far ahead. It's just... I get why some kids would run away from home. Been through my own share of stuff in the past, after all. Well, I'm riding your coattails a little on this one, but I agree with you. That said, you're welcome to put in a report with the police. Would you mind waiting a bit? At least until we've had a chance to do our thing. Yes, of course. We understand. I guess our first stop should be Jed's house, then. It's the one right by the entrance to the back streets. Please do whatever you can to help him. Sure, we'll go see what we can find. And off we go. And that's down there. Oh, I ran in front of a car again, didn't I? Didn't even notice. Oh. People are admiring her work. Seem to have pretty lax child labor laws around here, so... What's this guy again? Totally drunk or what, Will? The real estate mogul in Messeldom way back when. Willingham or something? I live in a republic. I suppose he really was a wealthy realtor once? Beats me. That old man's passed. It's between him and Adios now. Still, when people in high places fall, they tend to fall hard. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. We're going. Okay, this must be the place. Yeah, sounds like the dad's going to be a real piece of work, though. Don't you think it'll be a little tough to get info from him? There's no way he won't be on guard with us. Yeah, I think it'd be best if we formed a plan first. Huh, you're actually starting to sound like a Spriggan. This is exactly what I've been looking forward to. Well, first, we should make sure the ones doing the questioning are the least intimidating out of all of us. Katra. We got a voice recorder here, too, just in case. Also, I've got a job for Zeros. For Zeros? Well, I guess I don't mind, as long as you actually have a plan. Yeah, I'll take care of it when the time comes. Now, let's get this show on the road. You know, considering we were traveling together anyway, I think we might as well help them out. But how are we the least intimidating ones? He really thinks we can get away with pushing us around like this? Still, I do think he made the right call. We may as well resign ourselves to it and knock already. Leo knocked on the door to Jed's house. Damn it, I was just starting to get a buzz going. Oh my gosh. I ain't seen you around here before. You with the church? It's about my kid. I already covered it with others. Pleased to meet you. We actually just started working with the church here in Messeldam. We heard about Jed from the others. It's his father. I'm sure you must be horribly distraught. So you see, we thought that perhaps we could be of some help. Yeah, that's right. We want to help look for Jed. Yeah, don't bother yourself about it. I'm not sure if he's run away or what. It's probably because I gave him a pretty harsh talking to a few days ago. Give him a day or two and he always comes back. Huh? This isn't the first time he's run away? I mean, 3 days is a bit of a first, but otherwise, no. Why do I have to sit here and answer all these dumb questions anyway? You're standing, sir. Wish that broad I was dating never dropped a bomb in the first place. I mean, all the kid ever does is mouth off. Doesn't clean, doesn't cook. You're saying you're not his biological father. If it weren't for the money I get for housing him, he wouldn't be worth spit to me. He ought to be grateful he even has a roof over his head. This man is every bit as unpleasant as we were led to believe. Oh, she's about to lose it. Can't believe. Huh? You got something you want to say to me, Missy? I said, I can't believe what a lousy piece of shit you... My goodness, where are our manners? The sister here has a very peculiar tic, you see. It presents like verbal abuse on occasion. Huh? Seems like they're hanging on by a thread over there. Maybe it'll still work out? They did seem pretty unhappy about it all. Choosing them was the right choice. He's less likely to be on guard with someone from the church. I mean, after the visit they had earlier, why wouldn't they send someone else over? Oh, would you look at that? I think they're wrapping up. I see, so they're not actually blood-related. And the only reason he's keeping him around is because of the welfare he gets from the government and the church. Shitty old bastard. Creeps like that make me sick. I didn't see any signs of a child in the house anywhere. Given the way his father was acting, it's likely he hasn't been back since he left. On a separate note, I admire your credible willingness to foist work upon others, Van. Really an admirable quality for a Spriggan. Yeah, sorry to throw you guys in the deep end like this. You were a big help. Alright, the next bit is up to our ciphers and zeros. You're talking about the sense of the house you had zeros picked up, huh? We just need to have him compare it against any other sense in the city using shard search. Think you can do that, zeros? Yes. Guess we're all set then. We'll take over from here. I guess we can let the clergy rest for a bit. Of course. Happy to oblige. Maybe this time I'll actually get to see you do something for once. Zeros? There we go. Also something over here, though.
Ooh, this looks like a good fishing spot.
Does it now? Okay. I'm gonna try that later.
I'm getting a reading. You should investigate the area.
Oh, he's hanging out here. This seems to be where the trail ends. The fact it led us to a trash can doesn't exactly fill me with relief, though. Yeah, talk about a bad omen. But I guess a lead's a lead. Now let's see what's inside. Right, here we go. So that's all it was. Oh, thank the goddess. I was afraid we were going to find a kid stuffed in there. You've been watching too many thrillers, Judith. Or maybe been acting in too many. Although, I was also starting to get a bit spooked. Let's see what's inside. Old mop, scrub brush, a large towel. All that, and there's also what looks like an old, worn-out set of kids' clothing in here. I Zoom Zeros must have picked up a scent on the clothes. I'm sure they're Jed's, but why were they thrown away? The items were gathered together pretty neatly. Doesn't feel like someone trying to dispose of evidence. Maybe whoever threw this stuff out just wanted to get Jed into a change of clothes. They are pretty dirty. Probably wanted the kid to clean up a bit first. You think someone's trying to take care of it? That seems like a pretty likely possibility. The question is, who? Or maybe his mom's back. Should be able to narrow it down based on the contents of the bag. Yeah, this doesn't really look like your typical family's trash. It probably came from one of the shops around here. In that case, maybe it was... the public baths. I'm thinking the public baths, if it's like old clothes. The bathhouse. Whoever works there definitely knows where Jed is. Well, that makes sense. Bathhouse would totally have all of these items. Oh, you're right. I hadn't even thought about it. I take it that means we have our next stop, yes? Yeah, let's go see what they have to say. Point 1 SP.
What a pretty canal.
Where's the bathhouse? Oh, it's actually this way. For some reason, I was thinking it was up the hill, but it's here. Nothing happening. Let's go in. Oh, there is something. And we can talk to Angela.
Would you like to use the bath?
Guess we could
Nothing
use the bath.
beats a hot bath on a cold day.
Well,
There we go. Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Oh, certainly. What would you like to know? You're not taking care of a child here by chance, are you? We're looking for a little boy named Jed. May I ask why you're looking for him? We spoke with a few people at the chapel who are worried about him. We haven't seen him for 3 days now. Yeah, and we promised we'd do whatever we could to find him. Is there any way we can convince you to trust us? No, it's all right. It's plain to see you're good folk. However, I'm afraid I have to disappoint you three. Jed ran off just a few minutes ago. The boy practically burst out of the doors like his tail was on fire. Did something happen? Well, you see... maybe it's better I start from the beginning. If you don't mind. I've been worried about that boy for a while now. You see, his father is far from being a good man. Some time back, I even saw him push the kid to steal something from the souvenir store. Then, 3 days ago, I noticed him wandering around all by himself at night. I called out to him, and I noticed his cheeks were swollen like he'd been beaten. I figured I'd patch him up a bit. So that's how he ended up staying here with you. Must mean you're the one who had him change into a different set of clothes. You know about all that? Yes, that was me. I was lucky enough to have some clothes around his size that we usually reserve for customers. So I had him change into those, then gave him a meal that would be easy on his stomach. It's very kind of you, ma'am. Sure explains what he's been up to these last 3 days. Which leads us back to him running out of here a minute ago, right? He certainly seems to be feeling better. See, I was thinking of asking him if he'd like to stay here permanently. You want to become his legal guardian? I'm impressed you'd be willing to take on that kind of responsibility. Haha. Well, my husband passed away and my only son is living elsewhere with his own family. I hardly know what to do with myself if I don't have someone to look after. And in the end, it just wouldn't sit right with me if I sent him back to that awful father of his. You won't find any disagreement here. I was in the middle of asking him what he thought of me taking him in. That's when he up and ran off. I'm sure he probably just needs some time to think it over. Well, I think you've painted a pretty clear picture. Sounds like Jed probably hasn't gone too far either. Oh, I'm sure he's nearby. It's probably over by the lighthouse. I'm a bit worried about him catching a cold in this weather, though. That's right, it was snowing earlier. If you don't mind, would you be willing to go check on him for me? Of course, it'll be no problem. Well, I guess we're finally meeting Jed. Let's go.
Oh, nothing like a good hot bath.
Lighthouse is right over there. I was going the right direction. Oh, there's shred stuff over there. It's going to be annoying after a while. Achoo! Oh, it sure gets cold out here. Oh. Hey, why the long face, kid? Who are you? It's none of your business. Actually, it's very much our business. We were planning to take a bath over the bathhouse, but the old lady at the counter was in a bit of a tizzy. We asked her if there was a problem, and she said she was so worried about the little boy who ran out that she couldn't focus on work. Huh? I didn't realize. So, are you this Jed she was talking about? Something's bothering you. Why don't we talk it out? Otherwise, we might never get to take a dip in the baths. That's an interesting approach. Seems very well versed in dealing with kids, too. The thing is, that old lady asked if I wanted to stay with her. She gave me these new clothes and fed me a ton of food. I didn't know what to think of it at first, but it was way better than anything I ever had at home. Sounds pretty great to me. Why not give it a try for a while? Give it a try? How do you expect me to do that, huh? If I did, it'd be like I was running away from my dad. This isn't a matter of pride, though. If he's treating you poorly, it's okay to run away, don't you think? That's the coward's way out, and I'm no coward. I've never lost a fight. This old lady. Sure, she treats me like I'm her kid right now, but it's all just for show. She's got to be just like my old man. She just wants me for the mirror. Do you really believe that? Yeah, of course I do. All grown-ups are just liars and phonies. She almost had me fooled, too. Glad I came out here to cool my head. You came out here to cool your head, and that's your answer? You're an even bigger fool than I thought. He's got you so screwed up you don't even know how to accept a little human decency. What? Hey, don't you think that's getting a little too harsh? Yeah, she's really laying into him. No, let's let her handle this one. What are you gonna yell at me like that? You're just like my old man. Listen, you know why I'm so angry? It's because you said something wrong, and I think you know what it was. What do you mean? You know exactly what I mean. That old lady is genuinely worried about you. She wants to help you however she can. She doesn't deserve to have her feelings spat on just because you think she's only in it for the mirror or whatever. Why are you saying all this? I know I overdid it by saying all that stuff a minute ago. And I know she's really nice. It's just, if I went to live with her, I have to explain it to my old man. Look, I don't know what your dad'll say if you try to leave. But it sounds to me like you want to take the old lady up on her offer and you're too scared of your dad to do it. What you're missing is the courage to be honest with yourself. If you want to leave home, maybe tell some adults how you're feeling instead of trying to deal with it all on your own. Us, that old lady, and the people at the church are all here to help you. You said you never lost a fight, right? Well, you don't have to lose this one either. Okay, I'll try. That's the spirit. See, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. Phew, I wasn't sure that was going to turn out so well for a minute there. But it looks like all's well that ends well. Yeah, that's one more case in the bag. It's the delinquent sister for you. Indeed. She's a lot kinder than she lets on. A bit of a busybody. Alright, let's head back. I know I got a little steam there, but I'll leave the rest to you, Spriggan. Hey, no harm done. Alright then, let's go and get Angela, and then we'll head to the chapel to talk everything over. And so they went back to Angela, and then headed back to the chapel. Tony and Mina gave Jed a bit of a scolding, but the three were more than happy to be reunited. In the meantime, Ben and the others sat down with the head of the church, Vicar Rodian, to discuss Jed's future. And that's why I decided to take the boy in. If possible, I'd like to become his guardian so that he can continue to live with me. I'm sure this would have gone much smoother if I'd consulted with the church first. I'm very sorry for all the trouble. There's no need for an apology. Some of the blame lies with us for not doing more from the beginning. Besides, it should be relatively simple to register him with your name and household. Considering it also sounds like Jed's wish, I'd say we can go ahead and start moving things in that direction. The real problem is what to do about his old man. Yeah, that's going to be the most critical part. You make it sound like you've already got a plan in mind. Going to share with the class? Yes, if that's true, we'd certainly like to hear it. The way I see it, we've got two options. The first option would be to hand him over to the police. And the second option, we don't turn him in at all. Would handing him over to the police be the obvious choice? I think so too. We already have testimony from Angela and the boy himself that he was being abused. We even have those recorded statements from when we spoke to the father earlier. He should be held accountable for what he's done. Even if he is brought in, his case won't be tried as a serious crime. If Jed were harmed to the point of nearly being killed, that would be a different story. But because he's mostly been able to attend school regularly, there's a likelihood his father could get off with a light sentence. Yes, but he'd still get a sentence. If that's the case, I can understand why we wouldn't want to get the police involved. But you don't plan to let the father get off scot-free either, right? Right. I'm going to have him sign a contract. They'll guarantee that he not only leaves Messeldam, but that he never makes contact with Jed again. Well, it certainly won't be a loss for the community. And if we threaten to expose his other crimes to the police upon a breach of contract, he should have no issue agreeing to our terms. Well, that's a pretty good idea. But it also means that jerk won't have to face judgment. He can just start a new life somewhere else like it's no big deal. Even thinking about it pisses me off. I think it's most important we make sure he adheres to the contract. And to be frank, I'm not totally convinced we'll be able to get him to sign. And I don't personally contract? No, he abused a kid. I suppose we'll just have to rely on a Spriggan's experience once more. I imagine there's no clear solution to this issue. He beat up a kid! There is. You're all much more closely aware of Jed's concerns than we are, so I'd like to take your perspective into account on the matter. Guess it's up to you, Van. Well, if you want my opinion, maybe we should turn him over to the police so he'll actually have to pay for his crimes. Or do we let him off with signing a contract? We turn him over to the police. He's going to jail. If it were me, I'd turn him over to the police. Granted, he may be back on the streets in a few years anyway. By then, Jed will be grown up. And even if they lock him up at all. Still, I think he deserves to be raked over the coals. Hopefully get a proper punishment for his crimes. I see where you're coming from. You make a very convincing argument. Very well. The church will move forward as you've suggested. Soon after, word was sent to the police, who then went to see Jed's father. After doing some questioning around the neighborhood, it was made clear without a doubt that there was ongoing child abuse. Jed's father was quickly placed under arrest on suspicion of neglect and abuse of a minor.
That takes care of that.
Mira deposit confirmed.
I needed some law points anyway, but yeah, that's the thing to do. Still snowing, I see. Wait, we're missing somebody.
Hey, big boy. Want to have a little fun?
Huh, we are missing somebody. So we have her, but we don't have the other Growls Ritter with us. Interesting. Okay. Well, we are going to end it here. I might go fishing in the meantime. We'll see. But we've got one more for SPG. We need to talk to a bunch of people. And we have the main quest. So we'll get started on all that next time. So thanks for watching. Have a good rest of the day, y'all.